Alright guys, this video is going to be about why you need to remove these aero covers from your Tesla Performance or your Tesla Model 3 Performance on day one. Alright, so let's get right into it. Alright, so as you can see, I've already got a bucket full of these plastic aero covers that go on these Model 3 rims, and this is the Performance Model 3, and I just want to show y'all something. So let's see here. Let me get my light. So I took these off. I've had the car about 4 days now, and I've only put like I think about 65 miles on it. So what's going on is, let me show you all this rim here. So you got these guys who are ripping these things off. I mean, they're not even trying to do it right. They're just ripping them off, and what's happening is they're scratching the rims. And you see this one right here. There's not really any scratching, so to speak, and I'm going to explain to you why that is. First thing is, I mean, I've seen guys pull these things off, like they don't even clean the wheel. So at least I took a wet rag and I wiped the thing off. I mean, you can see there's dirt on the inside, and unfortunately it's raining outside today, so I can't go in there and take it out and wash it. But I did my best to clean these rims, and so as you can see here, there's very minimal scratching, very minimal scratching from these clips that hold these aero covers on. And the reason why that is because the longer you leave these aero covers on these Teslas, just think about it, the wheel's spinning, you know, 70 miles an hour, 55, however fast you drive, but they're always vibrating. So what they're doing is they're eating into this painted rim, and I'm sure it's a powder coat. It's got to be a powder coat to stand up to rims. But what happens is the covers themselves are not scratching your rim. It's the dirt that gets in there and rubs against the wheel. Because let me show y'all something. Okay, so these clips are not metal. They're really hard plastic. Let me get my light, because another problem I see guys showing these videos, they don't have no light and you can't see them. So I get my light, and I know why they don't, because lights are so hard to deal with. Alright, so you see these clips that hold it on? Right here is where it's rubbing. Right there is where it's rubbing against your rim. This is rubbing on the inside part, down in here, and these right here, which is nothing but plastic, is rubbing on the outside parts. There's 4 of them. So you can imagine, the longer you leave these on here and dirt, brake dust, and everything gets in there, all that's going to do is continue to rub into that rim, and it's going to scratch it over time. So it's super important, if you want to take these things off your car, if you're thinking about it, when you buy it and you don't do it, you're doing more damage waiting than just going ahead and jerking them off on day one. So that's been my experience with it. I have basically no scratching. I mean, if there is some scratching, it's very minimal, and it's because basically what dirt has already collected in there and vibrated and just scratched into the rim. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get to the back over here, and we're going to go ahead and show you how I took off the back without minimizing any scratches. I'm not going to guarantee that you won't have any scratches from day one, but this method will ensure that you have minimal to no scratches, okay? So that's really what I want to show you. Do it as soon as possible, get them off, and you'll have less scratching. The longer you leave them on there and you pull them off, you're going to have scratches like you wouldn't believe. All right, let me get my light set up, and let me get my camera set up. I think I put the camera over here somewhere. All right, okay. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to go ahead and clean this rim as best I can. I know I'm not going to be able to get behind it, but at least I'm starting with a clean rim. Got me a clean rag and a bucket of water over here. So just clean it off real good, especially around the edges here, as best you can. You're not going to get it perfect, but you're going to just minimize. I'm going to try to get back in there if I can. So I'm getting back in there as good as I can, where those clips hit that rim, and I'm going to try to just clean it as best I can. You're not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better than just ripping them off and scratching dirt everywhere you go. The dirt, the dust, the brake dust is that's what scratches them, guys. It's not the plastic clips on the aero covers. It's all that dirt that gets in there. But this is, like I said, this is relatively new. Only got like 50 miles on it. It's not been driven in the rain, in the dirt. So it's not had a chance to really get dirty yet. So just get them cleaned off good. And also clean your, okay, I forgot to mention, you're gonna need some of these are interior panel removing tools. I use these a lot for removing door panels inside vehicles. I've used them to remove the fenders off of my Jeep Gladiator, so I wouldn't scratch the scratch the paint, and they come in real handy. So you also want to make sure your tools are clean. I mean, this don't look clean, but it's just where it's been pressed against a lot of plastic. I've had these for several years. I think I broke this one. God knows what I was trying to do with that one, but I broke that one pulling something pretty hard. But these are invaluable, and you can get these at Harbor Freight. They got a section for body tools, Bondo, all kinds of stuff, and you find them in there. And I was using this as well. I was using this as kind of a little protector stick in there, you know, something like that. Can y'all see this right here? Let me get you over. All right, so, but I mean, I don't think this really worked out all that well. It was just kind of a waste, really. But I mean, I may try it in a couple of these to see if it'll help. I got another one here. These typically come with some of your products you buy to do it, like put on your interior and things like that. But this is not the best one. These right here, these deals right here, they come in a pack of 4, all the different sizes and things at Harbor Freight. That's what you want right there. That right there. Okay. So let's go ahead, and I know what y'all guys want to see. You want to see me pull one of these off without damaging it. So I'll tell you what, I'll start with this one right here. You know, I'm gonna try this tool. It may be better, I don't know. And I use 2 of them. I don't use just, I've seen guys use one, rip it off there. You just want to be easy. You don't want to do it fast. You just want to be easy. You just want to go slow. See, one broke free, and just, let it sit there for a minute. Don't rip it off. And that cheap tool may work. Let's do this side. But while I do that, I'm gonna keep another one in there just to minimize that plastic clip rubbing against the rim where there's already dirt. That's what scratches your rims. The dirt will scratch your rims. And you just want to push down, in and down. If it don't come off the first time, that's okay. Just keep working at it. Don't just rip it. Don't take your fingers and rip it off. That's what you're doing. You're scratching it when you rip it off. Yeah, see, this one's bending, so that's no bueno. It got the first one, but it's you just want to take your time. Just like right now, I see dirt in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here with this rag before I even try to yank that off, and I'm gonna get that dirt out of there. So when you scrub it as it comes across, you won't scratch it. So that's another thing. Get in there with your rag once you pulled it out. Wipe that dirt out of there. Just don't rip it out of there and rub against that dirt. The dirt's what gets you. So can you imagine you got a rim where you've been driving it for weeks, years, and then you decide to pull these off, you're gonna have massive scratches beyond your wildest dreams. So that's why it's important to get these things off day one. So, all right, I just poured a little more, and I feel it. It's scrubbing that rim. There's no getting around it. You're gonna rub this rim here, and then, like I said, just go slow. Get both tools in there. Push them suckers down. You want to get them down. You want to push them down and get them away from this rim is what you want to do. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It is not for the faint of heart. I mean, if you just want to come in and rip them off and scratch your rims, sure, yeah, be my guest. But if you want to do it easy and trying to minimize scratching that rim, this is what you do. Now see there, you notice I poured a little further and you didn't hear none of that sound. It's because I'm going real easy, like that. There you go. It's off. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe this off. I'm gonna wipe it off real good because it does leave plastic behind. And I'm gonna show you guys it didn't scratch it. There's plastic on there, and you can scrape that plastic off with your fingernails, literally. Y'all see there? No scratches. Looks good. So that's what you want to do. You want to take these things off literally day one. You don't want to leave them on there. That is the key to not having any scratches in your rims when you remove the aero covers. Okay? So I hope this helps everybody. If you decide to buy one of these cars, I've been thoroughly impressed with the performance of this EV. I never thought I would own an EV, being a muscle car guy. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love the supercharged Hemi over there, the 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi in that Hellcat. And I wouldn't trade that car for nothing in the world. But that car is just fun, you know, spin tires off of it, do crazy shit, and enjoy it. This car right here is it's just performance. That's why they call it performance. It'll do 0 to 60 in 2.8, 2.9 seconds in perfect conditions. And the tires in this car, relatively speaking, are almost as big, if not bigger, than the tires stock on that Hellcat. These tires are bigger than the tires on my son's 2024 Mustang GT. They're wider, they're bigger. So, I mean, technically you have more horsepower in this car than a Mustang GT. And it's all-wheel drive. So, I don't know, man, if y'all think, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, I mean, the Plaid is like the king of the hill when it comes to performance, but if you're looking to get in, basically I was looking to get into a Tesla that was performance oriented, you know, at a little less cost, because I didn't want to get rid of my Hellcat. So the only way I could get into a performance Tesla was to get the Model 3 Performance instead of going with a Plaid. I mean, I could have bought a Plaid, but I'd be trading in my Hellcat. So I didn't want to do that. It was too much money, and honestly, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford two high dollar cars. So I mean, this car right here, for what you get, I mean, you're in supercar territory, which is just stupid crazy. I mentioned that in my other video. It's just stupid crazy what you get for your dollar on this car. And I think Tesla, I think Elon got it right. They know what people want in a car, and it's really irrelevant as to whether it's an EV or not. They want you to buy this car and act like it's any other vehicle, gasoline powered or whatever. And so they did what they wanted to do, and I bid it. I took the bait, and I bought it. So we'll see how the longevity goes. But I know I'm rambling. I'm talking about my feelings of the car, but that's just the way it is. So I may just time lapse the rest of this while y'all watch me get these off, and we'll go from there. And I won't talk no more because I talk too much. That looks so much better. Oh my God. Now I got matching. Now I got to do the other side. That looks so much better. Dude, it's pouring down outside. Let me wipe this thing off, and I want y'all to see this rim. It looks so much better. It looks like I mean, I know I'm defeating the purpose about what the engineers at Tesla were thinking. Less air resistance. I watched the videos on the engineers who developed this car, and the one engineer was talking about how a lot of development thought went into specifically how the air flowed over these rims and tires, and they did so many calculations and designed this a specific way to keep the airflow coming over. And I think this car, in the wind tunnel, this car has the lowest air resistance of any mass-produced car other than the supercars. I think that's what I saw and what I heard. So that's amazing to think about it. But yeah, I have a little scratch over here on this one, but you see, I didn't take my time. I was going ham on it and jerking it off. You don't want to do that. I'm telling you, you don't want to go ham on it. You just want to take it nice and easy. But I'm gonna come back in here with some. What I got, some Meguiar's. I got some Meguiar's compound, some Meguiar's finish, and I can clean these rims up and make them look like brand new. I mean, they are brand new basically, but I don't want to do it until I wash them. You gotta wash it, clean it up. Let me show y'all this brake caliper on the rear. I mean, look at that brake caliper on the rear out there. It's there. I know I'm gonna give y'all close up, so I'm gonna wipe this brake caliper off. So now you can get in there and clean your brake calipers real good. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful Tesla. You can get in there and clean your rims real good, and just make the car look nice. I mean, it looks nice already, but this is kind of like over the top nice now. You know, the funny thing is, unless someone sees Tesla on the dang car, it's gonna be hard to tell it's a Tesla from the side. But I mean, you go to the front, you know it's a Tesla, but on the side, it's hard to tell it's a Tesla, especially now, the way you got it looking. It looks good. All right, I am super happy, super happy how this turned out right here. Man, it looks so much better. I mean, I'm gonna look and see if I can replace the cap here. I mean, that cap is okay, but I think it would look better with something else, with maybe some different lug nuts or something. Black, like powder coated black lug nuts, and maybe just a center cap right here with Tesla on it to cover up the hub. That'd be awesome. That would be cool. I mean, I can look on Amazon, but if anybody knows a good source for these center caps, let me know in the comments below. But I mean, I think of a different center cap, maybe with some black powder coated lug nuts on here, where you can see the black lug nuts, and just a little center cap for that, covering up that axle bolt in there, would be super sweet. But I'm gonna go look. But if y'all know any sources, let me know. All right, that looks so good. Oh, not to mention the fact all the weight these things are. You're taking weight off the car. That's gonna help it in the long run. I don't know if you get more bang for your buck on aero or weight. I would think it'd be weight, but that's me. I'm an electrical engineer. I'm not a mechanical or automobile engineer. What do you want to call it? Aerodynamics engineer. So, all right. These go in the bucket. Pile them in my bucket. Right here. I think someone said it's like 6 pounds. I'm removing 6 pounds of plastic and metal off this car. Okay. All right, guys. I'm done with these. Tesla Performance, or Tesla Model 3 Performance wheels, and removing the aero caps from the center. And I want to show you guys how good this car looks with those caps removed. And I got them removed with little to no scratching whatsoever. I think it's hilarious because I was sitting out here working on the car, and I forgot I had Sentry mode turned on, you know, here in the garage, and this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got some kind of fiery eyeball saying recording motion. It says Sentry activated. I thought that was pretty cool. But let's see, look inside the car here. Look at it. It's got some kind of weird stuff on the dash. Kind of freaky looking. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll take the light, and just like professional detailers do, I will show you what these rims look like. And you know, that's what these professional detailers use. They use a bright light to see if there's any scratches in the paint. So I'm going to do the same thing for you guys, so I can prove to you that there's minimal to no scratching after I removed these aero caps from these wheels. So let's take a look at the one in the rear here, and I'll go around here and show you what this looks like without getting in the way. And this will be in 4K too, so you're going to pretty much see what I see whenever I post this video out. So look on the inside there, down in there. It all looks really good. And I just basically cleaned them up with just a little bit of polish, and clean them up real good. So let's go to the front. Here's the front one, and no scratches at all. I am so impressed. I think I might have just a little scuff right down in there. You guys can see it, where this is not a scuff, that's my wax. That might be a little scuff right there, but I mean, overall, unless someone was to stick their finger down there and point it out to you, you would not know there's any scratches on these Tesla 20-inch rims. It looks immaculate. Okay, let's go around to the other side. I mean, honestly, they look better than the Hellcat rims. I mean, that's just me, but here's the one, and I've not even touched this one at all, other than just take the caps off and a little bit of wipe down, and that's it. And then at the back here, oh, can't get my cord to reach, but that's the back. They all look really good. Look really good. I'll tell you what, man, these Tesla rims, wheels, whatever you call them, they're almost as good as the SRT rims. I don't know. All right, I think that'll about do it. I think that'll about do it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click that subscribe button. Please hit the like button and leave me some comments about what you think. I hope this helps others out who's thinking about removing their aero covers from their 20-inch rims. And I think you can remove them from the Y model and maybe the S model, if I'm not mistaken. But I did these on the Model 3 Performance. So anyway, hope this helps you guys out. Till next time, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.